We got this R8, we're just doing a vehicle health check on it. We do inside, outside, underside, engine bay, road test, and then we send the results through. So what we have is, this is our app that we use, internal, and it has all these different parts to it. So this is for our brakes, and you've got similar for your tires. Check the condition of the tires, the age, the date. We check if they are suitable for the brand. So if you didn't know, they have tires specifically made for them. So Audis, you get A0, McLarens, you get MC1, MC2, etc., etc. Each brand has their own specific tires. Jump into the interior. We start off with stuff like AC. So we check AC blowing cold. You've got your heated seats, obviously. We check your heated seats. All the functionality is here on the R8. So we check for the radios, if they're working. We check the navigation. We check all the buttons are working. Check these, handbrake. We check if the armrest is opening, closing, if your seats are electric. Check that the electric seats work. Glove box, your wing mirrors, anything that on the inside that you'd use on a day-to-day basis, we have to check it as a part of the health check. Toolbox that comes with these R8s. You get one form or another with pretty much every car. In here you see a few basic stuff. This is your lever. This releases the gearbox into neutral in an emergency, so obviously automatic gearbox. Then you got your tire pressure pump. You got your little repair kit. You have your little breaker bar, tow eye cover. Tow eye. Your locking wheel nut. You got your tool to remove your locking wheel nut cap covers. This is very annoying. And then obviously, so this is for the little cap covers. Have you seen them? Like R8s, Lamborghinis. You have these little caps on the wheels. You just go on it and you pull it out. That's the tool for it. Audi gives you one. Look after it. Here you have your brake fluid reservoir. Check this as a part of every service. You're meant to replace your brake fluid every 2 years because you get water ingress and contamination. You've got a little gauge tool. It's got different numbers on it, different thicknesses. We use this to see how thick the pad is. So put this in, you've got 10 mil, let's say you've got 10 mil is your size, 10 mil left on your pads. As you can see from our little traffic light system, you've got a lot of pads left. If you've got a red, then you need pads. Simple. You can see now, my gauge is in, the pad itself is there. That's 10 mil. So that puts us at a very good pad life. This will probably last you another 2-3 years, depending on obviously how you drive. You're not aggressive and how much mileage you do on it. So you've got no lip on the disc. It's brand new. There's no scoring. Happy days. Our tool for the tires just measures how deep they are. So right now it might not look very visually pleasing, but this is how we check the wheel bearings and the suspension outside for some play. So side, give it a push. It's good. Then we go up and down again. Give it a push. No play. All good. The last one we do, we check for play in the shock bush. So you go like this. No play. All right, back on the suspension. We're gonna do visual check underneath because you gotta be able to see for any leaks, any problems, etc. that you can't feel or hear. You gotta look at it. This one generally is just to protect it against water, mud, and light stone chips, etc. It's very light and is very thin, so it's high performance on the train. You can see it's brand new, no leaks, everything looks good. I can also see pipe work for the cooling system, for the AC system. At the front here, you can see the belt, so it's for the alternator AC charge belt, that's what you call it. You see the tensioner for that belt. So here is the belt tensioner. This keeps the belt tight. So obviously the belt is wrapped around the components and it has to be tight so that it can spin. Once you see this tensioner moving up and down visually, you know that it's time to replace it. That one is nice and tight. I think we'll give this one a 10 out of 10. Easy. One of the other things we check on the health check is the torques on the wheel bolts. There's a few reasons why we do that. First one is so that obviously the wheel is tight, doesn't come off. The second one is check the torque so that you break down, you've got a nail in your tire, you need to change it so you can take it off on the side of the road. If we use the gun, we go all the way in, you might not be able to take it off on the side of the road. So you're talking for that. Another reason is the bolts have, they stretch, so obviously it's metal. If you tighten them too much, they can stretch. They might not be the correct tightness, can be loose, wheel can come off, end up in a ditch, and all sorts. Boom. Okay, we're gonna take this R8 now on a road test. We have a few pre-planned routes that we use. So we're gonna take over a road with a lot of speed bumps, check and listen to suspension and any knocking and banging from the vehicle. Then we have a little dual carriageway where we can go up to about 60, 70 miles an hour. We're gonna listen for any road noises, any abnormal noises come from the wheel bearings, from the suspension, etc. And then we'll make our way back after about 15, 20 minutes, hopefully. So now I'm gonna go over the road with speed bumps on it. And then when we go up and down with the speed bumps, we'll listen for any noises, any knocks, bangs. Here we go, nice speed bump, bang, bang, no noises. No knocking, no banging. Quite happy with that. Das ist sehr gut, ja.
It's easy to drive?
It's excellent. It doesn't feel different to any other normal Audi. It feels like an A3. You don't feel heaviness, you don't feel any weight to it. I mean, obviously it is a sports car, it is a bit firm suspension, but I think you could comfortably daily drive with one of these. Or we can just listen to it. You want to listen to that there's no wind noise from anywhere, so you can have a problem where the windscreen's not seated or the windows aren't seated and you're getting like a whistling sound inside the car. We're listening for that, as well as listening to noises on the gear changes, from the engine itself, rotational noises from where the wheel's spinning, like the disc, the CV joints, etc, etc. You don't want any noises. We'll stop in a moment and give you some free top tips when buying and selling an R8. Right, 3 things to check when buying an Audi R8. 1, check your suspension. We have a lot of these with suspension failures and leaks now as they're getting to that age. Number 2, check your service history. Make sure that the gearbox servicing and all servicing is up to date. And number 3 is to make sure that the vehicle has had its spark plugs replaced with when it was due, so that you have the best performance you can out of this V10 engine.